Yep, so here we are for the last round. We are currently 4-0 and we are fighting for 11 boosters of Mother Master. So this one should be game 1. Oh, also I just noticed that to understand which game it is I can simply look at the timer. Well, it's a good revelation. So, what about this hand? Well, it's pretty neat. We have this card into to drop into Liliana with a removal. So it's definitely a keep. And so let's see what our opponent is playing. And it goes with basic forest. This could mean a lot of things. It could be some sort of collected company. It could be the mirror. It also could be amulet. They had basic forest. It could be Tron, but I doubt it. I mean, Tron without a piece of a Tron or like a chromatic sphere or something else. It's highly unlikely. So it it could be some sort of green deck or amulet. Um, and but I guess like we can quickly discover it by Inquisition my opponent. Um, Basic Swamp for now, it's okay. I have Stomping Ground and Bloodstained Mire for the rest. And this is actually Amulet with a nice tech, I would say. Consecrated Sphinx, it's pretty neat. If you don't have a Terminate, is 2 cards guaranteed. So it's like a 3 for 1 basically by itself. Um, Here we're facing some options. Slaughter Pack uh, doesn't deal with Dark Confidant, so I'm not interested in that. Engineered Explosive is a little bit clunky and slow, and I can simply call it and command it. Um, Sadly, I can't take away Consecrated Sphinx, so I definitely go for a Summer Pact here. And I guess yeah, ends my turn, and I guess his turn is gonna be bounce land go. Yes. So now we can put in play a Dark Confidant and pass the turn. So his turn is gonna be something like if he didn't draw like a Summer Bloom or stuff like that, it's gonna be like Forest Go. So he actually had the Summer Bloom, so he did some shenanigans along with a Serum Vision. So I wasn't expecting consecrated things next turn, but it looks like this is gonna be like that. So I really hope for a Terminate right now. Um, so no Terminate, Abrupt Decay instead. Here I think the best line, instead of playing a Confidant, which could be dead by Engineer Explosive, might be something like Liliana Go. So we start sculpting his hand and maybe kill the uh, kill the Sphinx next turn. And yep, that's what happened. So his hand right now is Consecrated Sphinx and one unknown card. And yeah, he just played the Sphinx and put a Calling Garner in play. So here, I guess the best play here could be, um, yeah, he drew 3 cards. So, well, I guess I could have like Callaghan's Command, the token, let him discard the last card in with the trigger on the stack. that might be an option. Um, and then edit the Sphinx, or and yeah, maybe that would be a little bit better. Or I can simply like Maelstrom Pulse the Sphinx away. But I guess it's a slightly weaker line. So otherwise I can bolt the plant, sacrifice the Sphinx, but it's not discarding, which I prefer. So also another, yeah, I don't like this line. Well, the only feature of this line is that I can play a Tarmogoyf, but he has Engineer Explosive, so I should have Culligan's Command away. I should have Culligan's Command away the token with the trigger on the stack, let him discard the explosives, and then um, sacrifice the Consecrated Sphinx, and he has two cards in hand, and that's all. I think I misplayed here playing the Tarmogoyf, and because I wanted to lure the explosive, but I think it's relatively a really bad play. Um, I'm kind of ashamed to show this, but yeah, I mean, there's no point in bait on the explosive. I should have played a command here. Um, I don't know. I probably I don't recall, but I probably forgot that he had explosive as the last card. So now the line is pretty easy. Just play Dark Confidant, um, and discard the land. So then again, like I'm forced to discard the land, and he drew a Titan, which is not great. Um, he also hasted it. Yeah, I probably went too quick on this, but no, he just played Titan, a couple of cards, this one, and say go. Here I can of course take away the Titan, but then again I don't have any pressure, which is, well, actually, to be honest, like it's kind of weird that he took this combination. So I quickly realized that he had another Titan in hand, because otherwise there's no point taking Boros Garrison. You can just go Bounce Land plus Tolaria West, I guess the land that transmute. So, of course, I think by display it's basically mm, saying to me, well, I have another Titan in hand, so I hope I can strip the other card and take away the Titan with Liliana and kill the Primeval Titan with Maelstrom Pulse. And luckily the other card is Summoner Pact, which is amazing. So this is a great turn for us, but then again, it would be even better with a Tarmogoyf in play and being able to raise him. Mm, um, well, I guess I will discard Liliana here. Yeah, and then Maelstrom Pulse the Tarmogoyf, sorry, the Titan, and say go. So now he is at top deck. So now he has an Amulet, and so here I can use Callaghan's command to kill both the Amulet or the token, and let him discard the card that he's drawing. And also, well, I also took the Tasigur. Um, it's pretty bad when it happens, but whatever. So I took 6 damage by my Tasigur. So here I can just Tasigur and attack, and then in the upkeep, and it is going to 12, I guess. And in the upkeep, I can both kill or the plant or the amulet, and kill. Um, so I put up. Well, there's a thing here. Um, I could have lose Liliana and let him sacrifice the germ, and then Callaghan's command kill the amulet and discard a card. But I went for discarding the Inquisition of Kozilek, which I don't think it's like that good of a play. I mean, I'm losing a Liliana, but I'm basically assuring myself that I'm gonna win next turn, no matter what. Um, so, well, actually no, because he's going to 12, then he's going to 6, and he has another draw step. But I don't know what. Well, Liliana can still kill the Titan, to be honest. So, well, I mean, this is questionable, but my play here is play Tasigur, I guess, and pass the turn. Well, attack, of course, first. So here, we have the choice or both killing the germ token, plant token, sorry, or the amulet. Um, it could be either way. There's a there's a possibility to kill both. We can either, well, since he's discarding this turn, there's no point with my Liliana to keep it up at 3. So it might be actually good to kill the amulet and let him discard a card and deal with the plant discarding, or let him simply charm block, or if I can draw a removal, just put a removal in face of the plant and attack for 6 and having like a 2-turn clock. The fact is that if I would have like counted, then in this spot it can do like transmute, pact, titan, and with the ability, and by the fact that he has amulet vigor, he can actually haste the titan and kill me, because he can go pact, titan, uh, or actually no, like sorry, path doesn't matter. He can go with, well, he actually can kill me because there's a amulet, so he can go like Vesuva and the land that gives double strike and kill me. Or otherwise, like if I would have noticed that he can go transmute with 1 mana floating, so 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Titan, and then like use the ability of the Titan to then give it haste. So I should have thought of that and just destroyed the amulet, but instead I went for on the draw step. I went for kill your plant token, so you can charm block Tasigur, and which I think it's a little bit um, it's a weaker it's a weaker it's definitely a weaker play. Um, well, because I'm dead to a Titan right now, but well, I'm dead to a Titan, but I'm not dead to the land that transmute into a Titan. So this is actually important. You are just trimming your opponent's top deck, which is invaluable in Magic. So yeah, I guess I should have killed the amulet, because I should have counted that he couldn't kill me with a transmute, because I thought like a Titan or a Pact is the same thing, is gonna play a Titan and kill me. So whatever, I don't need to take away the amulet, but instead it looked like I do. I did. So now I just play the Finks and attack, and of course his top deck is uh, actually land transmute into a pact, into a titan, and give it a Boris Garrison, Ace, and GG. So I should have played better. Also, I could have killed the germ token with Liliana. I don't need to addict the Titan, because if the Titan hits the play, I'm already dead. So that was a pretty bad mistake. I should have won this game. So yeah, this is it. Um, this is a misplay, and well, not say that I deserve to die, but of course I gave my opponent more top decks, and a Talaria West wouldn't be enough. Well, actually, with Liliana at 1, he could have like played Titan, go to 8, and still pretty alive, so I wouldn't need something at the top of my deck to deal with the Titan. Mm, so actually, I don't know. Because Liliana would have been at 1 instead of 4. So there's actually the thing that if he draws a Titan, well, it's certainly better than that. So maybe or otherwise I could simply like let him chump block with the germ token that he might that he might still have. So, well, I don't know. It's it's probably, yeah. I should have probably take away the amulet. That's sure. But also like the line of taking away the germ. I don't know. It's questionable. Mm, anyway, back to the other games. So for sideboarding, um, what I usually do since I have 4 fulminator is bring them inside in the main board. So 4 fulminator, 1 Thoughtseize, 1 Duress, and occasionally 1 Unravel the Ether. I'm not sure if they are playing something like Wormcoil Engine. Usually no, they don't because they can't tutor it up with they can't really tutor it up with Summoner's Pact. So I guess Unravel the Ether is just for explosive that I saw, and uh, um, and amulet, um, and ancient grudge. Sorry, ancient grudge also is another card. What I don't like is kitchen finks, abrupt decays, and lightning bolts. So I take away a couple of those cards. And Culligan's Command is nice. You can discard in the in the draw step. You can kill Amulet, you can kill plant tokens, and Scavenging Ooze also is not the best. Um, so yeah. Oh, also Unravel the Ether destroys how's it called? Hive Mind. So actually, it's a good card to cyber in. Um, so these cards are not great. Scavenging Ooze, Lightning Bolt, Kitchen Finks, and Abrupt Decays are okay, but not great. Um, so let's see. I went the other games. So then again, this is not the how the games went, but let's see. I should be on the play. So this is game 3, I guess. And yeah, this is game 2. So this hand is actually pretty good. We have Discard Spell into Tarmogoyf into Fulminator Mage into Liliana for as our sequencing. So if we can draw a land, we are pretty in a good shape. Oops. Well, sorry. Uh, this was wrong. Well, let me recap what is in his hand, if I can. Otherwise, I'm gonna restart the replay. I'm sorry. Um, I forgot that I was leading with the discard spell, so I should have paused. Oh, this is game 1. Sorry, it's a little bit confusing. Okay. So as I said, this hand is pretty good. So let's start with Inquisition. Okay, so here we have Pact of Negation, Serum Vision, Summoner's Pact. Um, this is not a great hand, definitely. Uh, Serum Vision is taking a while to get active because you first have to put Sunhome in play, then Simic Chamber, then on the third turn it can potentially play Serum Vision. I'm not too concerned about Pact of Negation. It's usually okay when they're trying to kill when we are trying to kill their Titan, but I guess we can easily play around it. Also, we have a pretty good hand, and we are gonna strip his blue bounce land, so it's gonna be tough for him to play Path of Negation. So I would say that it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy Summoner's Pact. There's also the inclination to take Siren Vision, but I mean, what Siren Vision does is just looking for Summoner's Pact and Titans. So there's absolutely no point in taking Siren Vision if we can hit a combo piece already. Mm. It's lagging pretty hard. So yeah, I guess his turn is just Sun Home Go. Yep, it is. So it's time for us to play Tarmogoyf as I go. So Chamber go, and now we can just Fulminator Mage's land and leaving him with nothing. So well, he hit Solaria West, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Sorry. Um, since he can play Serum Vision and then a bounce land, but I mean, we can just play Liliana, discard the land, and attack again. And is gonna play like Serum Vision, then a bounce land again. We can hit with a Tarmogoyf, play a Tarmogoyf. I mean, this game is not that hard to figure it out. So he played Engineer Explosive, and thankfully we have Maelstrom Pulse, and he played Bazooka Bog to destroy his graveyard and shrink our Tarmogoyfs. But with Maelstrom Pulse, or even just Unravel the Ether, we can just win the game. So yep, this is a quick game 2. So this game 1 then is game 3. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Let's see. Yes, he's on the play, so he's definitely playing. And it's too bad that um I lost game 1, because with this game it would have been 1. Well, of course, it would have been different quite a lot. I would say I wouldn't be able to Fulminator Mage his first bounce land, but I guess yeah, I was kind of sad that I lost game 1 like that. Um, so this hand is actually okay. It's not like the best. We don't have a threat. So I thought about mulliganing, but we have Abrupt Decay for Amulet, Duress for potential packs, Liliana and Milestone Pulse. So we are kind of geared for dealing with Titans, but what we are not geared for is racing. It's really important against this combo decks to race, because in the end they're gonna get us. So we have to disrupt for a while, and in the meantime provide the race. Otherwise we can't win. So let's see what it does. Just on mine go. We drew a fulminator, which is really important. So my next step is of course playing Duress and see what is going on in his hand. So this is actually a pretty bad hand for us, because he has Sigarda, Celestia Sanctuary, and Vesuva and Simic Chamber, along with the Summer Bloom. So without the Summer Bloom, I would definitely take Summer's back. But the fact is that in a couple of turns, he can play Summer Bloom and ramp into Sigarda, and I have literally no idea how to deal with it. What I can deal though is the Summoner Pact. So with Fulminator Mage, I can slow him down in order to prolong the Summoner Pact in his hand, and maybe find something like a Kozilek or a Thoughtseize for Sigarda, or let him discard it with Liliana somehow. So I just took the Summer Bloom because it's the quickest threat that he can deal, that we can't deal with. Because if he goes like untap land next turn and play a Summer Bloom, he can go like Celestia Sanctuary, Simic Grove Chamber, and then play again Gemstone Mine, and on the third turn he can play a Sigarda. So definitely the scariest card here is Summer Bloom, and I need to take it away. So his turn, of course, is gonna be bounce land go, and we draw another Fulminator, which is awesome. So actually, if we had to pass the turn here, it would have been awesome to have like a Dark Confidant or a Tarmogoyf, but it's not Christmas every time. So now I can go Fulminator Mage, destroy a bounce land. The fact is that even with the tempo provided by the Fulminator Mages, we can't really capitalize it. So he's gonna do like he did, like Gemstone Mine, Slate of Hand, and then bounce land, and I can go Fulminator Mage, destroy your bounce land, go. But then, and luckily we draw a Tarmogoyf, so our play is of course that. And here we have, well, we have a nice clock. We can play Liliana. And here I thought like I can discard I actually can discard an Abrupt Decay because I don't need it. I have Unravel the Ether if he goes I've Mind or Amulet, and I have Maelstrom Pulse. And I have Maelstrom Pulse if he plays a Titan. And also I want this land because it can race a little bit better since we are a little bit far behind the race. I want to have the Raging Ravine to attack next turn. So I just play the Raging Ravine. And another option is keeping the Abrupt Decay and hope to draw a land. It might be a possibility. I'm not sure it's correct right now. It's pretty early in the game to decide this. But also, I want to point it out. I will lose this game because instead of having Abrupt Decay in hand, I have Unravel the Ether. So uh, so it goes Summer Bloom, ramp, 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 and so the land would have been tapped. But now it's important to bash for 8 and is that next turn, and he can't play Sigarda. So he has to have like a Titan or something like that. But even a Titan is not enough. He has to play something like, well, he can play his Titan and look for exactly for a Colony Garden. So now he has 2, and then we can Maelstrom Pulse, edict the thing, and bash again. And now he needs another natural draw of Titan, but he's gonna ace it, so that's kind of bad. Yeah, it actually do that. Like, uh, Titan, ace the Titan, kill your. Oh, I didn't realize that actually. Well, actually, I said something wrong. I thought I lost the game because I didn't have the Abrupt Decay to kill this and edit the Titan, but I don't have also 3 black here. So, hmm. Actually, I thought it was like a that's true. Well, yes, that's correct. I mean, and also there's no way that I can put my Tarmogoyf up to 6 because there's no artifact in the graveyard nor enchantment. So yeah, what it did was like play a Titan, aced it, take Radiant Fountain and Colony Garden, done some shenanigans with Titan and bash Liliana. Um, so yeah, actually, it's not that bad as I thought. And here I have to play like a confident, but the game is over because. Oh no, yeah, just play Liliana. The game is over because you can play Sigarda now. So I'm pretty scared. So I play Sigarda, and here's the and he aced it and bashed me for 7. So actually here there's no way that I can win this game. Um, well, I'm grateful that I'm not dead. That I'm not dead because of the Abrupt Decay, because I wouldn't be able to win anyway. So here I just hope that my opponent like discard like an amulet and give him like pump it up my Tarmogoyf and let me attack. But here I'm simply dead. Summoner's Pact for another Titan, hasted it, and I'm dead. So yeah, this is game 3. As you said, like as you could see, I play like a couple of Fulminator Mage. I stripped his land, but anyway, he was able to recover. I guess he did some good draws, like the Summer Bloom to ramp up to Titan, and he speed up the thing a little bit better. With the Tarmogoyf on the second turn, it would be easy game because I would start racing quicker this game. So, well, I'm sad that I didn't have the chance to go 5-0. Um, I made some questionable plays, and maybe with an Abrupt Decay I wouldn't be able to maybe kill the plant on his end step, untap, addict the Titan with the Liliana. So that's the thing that I didn't consider. But we were pretty well. in a pretty early stage of the game, so I didn't think it through, and it was a little bit far away to think about it. I think like it was more important to put a land in play for the Raging Ravine instead, and keeping up on Revel later in case it would have tried to kill me with Hive Mind, which I think is gonna be in the board in game 2 and 3 because it's really good against us. So I think in the end it was kind of the correct choice, um, and I got wrecked by his multiple titans. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this formula, and I'm sorry that I couldn't register the video while I was playing, but I hope I could give you enough material, and it was definitely good for me um, to see again the matches and see how they went and see where I could have done a little bit different. I think John is a really great deck, and I will try to play a little bit more. If I can, I will try to record the Magic Festival, the Modern Magic Festival on Sunday. We'll see. I will probably play with a couple of friends at friend's house, so I'm not sure I would be able, but maybe I will try to record them so I don't have to use the replay function on Magic Online. That is quite annoying. So, well, hope you enjoyed it again, and see you next time.